You just shot somebody in self-defense. Maybe they're maimed, probably dead. Maybe it was a carjacking, maybe it was a home invasion, maybe you were at the mall, maybe in the parking lot, whatever. You legally have your gun. You legally protected yourself and your family. Do you need legal counsel? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We spoke about this before on the channel. And I've always said, at a crime scene, when you're there and you shoot someone in self-defense, don't talk to police. Be quiet. Tell them you want to speak to your attorney, or let them speak to your attorney. Let your attorney represent you. Now, do you have a card in your wallet or in your phone? You have that phone number for your attorney that you can just say to law enforcement, here, call my attorney, Mr. Bill Smith, and he'll take care of everything. Maybe you do have the $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 to lay out right there on the spot to retain a good law firm to defend you. Because that's what it's going to take. The state attorney is going to try to find a reason why you could have gotten out of that shooting incident, most likely. So here is the answer. And I've been working on this for a long time. And I'm so proud to bring this to you because it should be a breath of fresh air for all of you. It is for me. Now, going forward, you shoot someone in self-defense for $100 a year. Well, all your questions will be answered in this video. Went right to the source. This company, CCW Safe, flew from LA to me here in South Florida. We've had multiple meetings. I flew there. We've met at different locations, and we finally came to an agreement where they got their stuff down pat. They have a network of attorneys across the country, United States, all 50 states. And what happens now in the future, you pay $100 a year for a membership. You shoot someone in self-defense legitimately. You don't talk. You're in shock. You won't even probably remember how many rounds you fired. You won't. Was it 3? Was it 5? Was it 7? You're going to blabber off if you're silly. You want to just be quiet and say, law enforcement, here's my attorney's card, CCW Safe. Here's the 800 number on the back. I'm willing to work with you on the investigation. Right now I'm in shock. And then you shut up. And then you let your legal team go to work for you. All your questions will be answered in this video. The bottom line is this is a service contract in which gives you a legal team to protect you, to go there and represent you in case you're in a shooting, a legitimate shooting. I think it's incredible. $100 a year per person. The prices will be discussed here. $150 for a couple, husband, wife. You guys, if you got your wife has a permit, you want her covered. Law enforcement's only $75. So the most important thing is, the old cliche is what's in your wallet. Hopefully, it's one of two things. Hopefully you have a CCW Safe card, for your $100 a year, or you get the big bucks and you have your own attorney for $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 that you can just retain because the state's going to come after you and they're going to try to find ways to arrest you and to find a reason why you shouldn't have been shooting that bad guy. You need legal advice if you shoot someone in self-defense. There's no one who can say no to that. It's 100% you need legal advice. Here's your answer. Been working on it for a long time. I'm very proud to bring this to you. The link is below. Go sign up. Put this card in your wallet. I'm proud to have it. I'm proud to be a representative of CCW Safe and to let you know that you are safe. If you're concealing and you shoot somebody in self-defense, now you got a legal team. Law enforcement comes, you be quiet and let the lawyers do their job, and you have zero deductible. No surprises and all the small print, so to speak, is very well spelled out in their website. So listen to every word. Kyle, he's an attorney, in this video giving you the details on what you need to know if you get this membership. I recommend it. I just don't want to see anybody go to jail unlawfully. Unlawfully. And it happens every week, every day, somewhere across America. So, here you go. Welcome to WeaponsEducation.com. Listen closely to everything Kyle has to say in this video. He gives you all the answers of how this contract works between you and them. You get this card in your wallet, you shoot somebody, heaven forbid, you just give law enforcement the card and shut up. And that's it. Welcome to WeaponsEducation.com. Everybody has been asking me a very similar question, and that is, what happens if I'm in a shootout in a legitimate situation, I'm carrying my gun legally, I can't afford an attorney? And myself, Tom, is trying to give you an answer over the last couple of years. Well, now I got the answer. I am teamed up with CCW Safe, a company that is etched in stone, super high quality, and what they do is they cover all 50 states. You get an annual membership, you put that card in your wallet, and if you're ever into a shooting, you say nothing to the police, as we know, except here is this card, this is my legal team, talk to them. And then I will now introduce you to Stan on the left, Kyle on the right, he's an attorney, and these gentlemen are going to explain on how the program works. So first of all, gentlemen, welcome to the channel, Weapons Education. Thank you. I'm happy to team up with you. And please, number one, tell me about what does CCW Safe do? Well, I'll ask you the question, Kyle.
Sure, thank you, Tom. CCWSafe.com is a legal services plan membership that for a $99 per year membership fee, you're entitled to have a team of lawyers, investigators, expert witnesses who will help defend you in a use of force incident. Now, there's three ways that you can have legal consequence for use of force incident with your concealed weapon. And that is an administrative action where the state which issues you your permit takes legal action against you. That's an administrative. They can take your permit, they can fine you, so forth. The second is a civil action. That is if you get sued for monetary damages by the person who you're involved in a use of force incident with. We provide the team of defense lawyers who are DRI members, which is the Defense Research Institute. It's the largest, most prestigious defense lawyer organization for civil defense attorneys in the country. And we have a team of those lawyers who are on call for our members throughout the United States. The third way you can have a legal consequence for a use of force incident is a criminal matter. That is where the district attorney in the state, the county, the municipal attorney, or perhaps even the U.S. attorney for the federal district in where you live or where the incident occurs can take criminal action against you. In that situation, we provide the best criminal defense lawyers who defend police officers in use of force incidences throughout the United States. So our members will not get a bill for legal services. They will not get a bill for expert witnesses. They're not going to have to mortgage their homes, mortgage their children's futures in order to have the best legal service that they can have anywhere.
So they get into a shootout and they've got this membership for the $99 a year. They don't say nothing to the police. They call you, or the police call you. What is the very next stage? Someone say in Kansas City. What would happen?
That's a great question. We have a central located point of contact phone number that then triggers a critical response team that is organized regionally throughout the United States. So we have attorneys in the actual location, the jurisdiction where your incident occurs, will be representing you instantly. You will have the critical response team manager, who's a retired homicide investigator, will be in contact with you, will notify the critical response team. We will have a scene investigation performed. You will have your lawyer there with you, and being as your representation to the police in the investigating stage. And so even if it's a completely justified shooting and the police officers are patting you on the back saying, hey, way to go, you just, got the bad guy, there's still a legal consequence that is out there that you need to be defended for. And that's what we will provide to you, all the way up to if there's action taken by any governmental agency for it.
And what is the deductible?
It's $99 a year. There's no deductible.
No deductible,
There's
that's
no
important.
deductible, there's no riders. It's not an insurance policy. An insurance company is in the business of accepting your premium dollars and denying coverage. We're in the business of providing these legal services to our members because ultimately that's what we wanted for ourselves. Stan Campbell and Michael Darter, who's our president and CEO, and myself are all former law enforcement officers who've had personal involvement in police shootings, many resulting in litigation. And it's an incredibly life-changing event. You have to have a team of people on your side, and we provide on our advisory panel. We have some of the leading police psychologists in the country who have research experience as well as clinical experience dealing with police officers who've had use of force instances. We bring an entire suite of services to our members that is unparalleled in our industry.
How is CCW Safe, that program, how is it different than other companies?
Well, number one, the lawyers that we hire are not people that you can simply pull up the phone book and they'll do a case for us and then a $500 DUI and write a will for your grandmother. That's not what we're interested in. We want for ourselves the same thing we want for our members, and as the best lawyers in the country for the given type of situation, be it an administrative action, a criminal, or a civil case, we will provide the same level of representation for our members that we got when we were police officers involved in incidences, and we want the experts, and that's the people who our members will have.
Who can join?
Anyone can join who is a licensed concealed weapon permit holder in any state where they recognize a concealed weapon permit. It's $99 for an average civilian or $75 for a person in the military or a law enforcement officer. We also have different things which you can see on the website, a $500 for longer term periods of time. We have discounts for if husband and wife concealed weapon permit holders join together. So there's ways people can save money and have a longer term period. But anyone who's a concealed weapon permit holder has already been vetted by a state agency. So we can save our members a tremendous amount of money because we don't have to do what an insurance company does and engage in an underwriting process where they determine what level of risk you have. All of our people have been vetted by a state agency and have their concealed weapon permit, and then you can be a member.
Okay, and then Stan, how many years of law enforcement do you have?
20 years of law enforcement with a large agency in the Midwest.
How many shootings have you seen from a legal concealed holder?
From a concealed holder?
A legal situation?
In the past 20 years, over about 20 to 100.
And those people, they had some expensive problems, some issues. They couldn't afford an attorney, even though they did nothing wrong.
One thing that we found as law enforcement officers is that it seems as if you're victimized a second time. Not only are you attacked by the subject and you have to defend yourself, but then you are attacked once a lower level attorney sees the opportunity and he approaches that subject or that family and then they attack you financially, so you're victimized a second time. That's one of the other reasons why we got involved in this.
All right, so Kyle, the bottom line is the link is below. If anyone wants to join, I know a lot of people are going to join because it makes total sense. For $99 a year, you've got zero deductible across the board. You're into a shooting, you say nothing to police, you give them that card, and you've got someone there within 24 hours giving legal counsel. Correct?
Absolutely. And another point, Tom, that I think I've talked about before that I know is important to you is, as a concealed weapon permit holder, you don't have the same benefits that a police officer would have in a collective bargaining agreement. Their union contract, which provides them union lawyers, municipal lawyers, state lawyers to defend themselves and their agency when there's litigation. That's incredibly expensive. I'm an attorney who specializes in national lawsuits. I defend healthcare providers all over the country, and it is an incredibly expensive thing to do. Even people with significant means can't afford to get a $25,000 per month bill for when they're defending a case. So you have deposition costs, the court reporters have to be paid, expert witnesses, the lawyer's time, and the best lawyers cost the most amount of money. And those are the people that we're going to provide to our members.
So the bottom line is they go to the link below, they join, they get the card in the mail, and how long does it take to get the card?
The membership is instantaneous upon payment online. It can all be done online. It can also be done for the mail for people who feel more comfortable that way.
They'll do it online?
They'll do it online. They do right in the line, and they're covered immediately, and they get their card within 78 hours.
Perfect. All right, everybody, I really recommend You go below, you pay the $99. None of us want to be victimized in a legitimate shooting. None of us want financial ruins to our whole entire life. And here's the answer, CCW Safe. Guys, thank you so much. I'm so glad we're hooked up together.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it very much.
Bye-bye.